We're going to take a piece of chipboard that is, you can cut it out with by hand with a laser cutter, or you could cut it out with a Cricut Maker or a Silhouette Cameo 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to curve each of the little cut sections. And then just do that around. Now that you have all the pieces curved, you're going to take your hot glue gun. You're going to glue right in the corner. Then you're going to fold it over. Hold it down until it dries. And then you're going to do that around. And you'll get a nice dome shape. Now you're going to take 2 pieces of printer paper and you're going to put the center on one of them. Then you're going to take flocking. I have dark brown and light brown flocking. Next, take some Elmer's glue. I'm going to put some on my sheet of paper. Take a paintbrush and I'm going to brush on a nice thick layer of glue onto the center. Make sure you get in the cracks between the overlapping, or else you won't have any flocking there. And it just makes the overlap more obvious. Okay, once you now have your nice thick layer of glue, move it to your other sheet of paper. And we're going to put the dark brown flocking on. Make sure you get a nice thick layer, and then we're going to flip it over. And it looks like I missed a couple spots, so I'm going to put some more flocking right there. Then it looks like I missed one spot of glue, so I'm going to take a paintbrush and just dab a little bit of glue right there. There you go. Now we're going to move or put all the flocking back into the bag. Now we're going to apply the light brown flocking. So now that the brown flocking is mostly dry, we're going to take a brush and we're going to go around right where the cut is. You're going to start there and down on maybe ½ an inch. And you want to like dab it on. You don't want one very even line. Okay, now we're going to move over to the second sheet of paper. Grab the light brown flocking, and we're going to generously pour it over the glue. Flip it over. and that's what it looks like. Now we're going to take the petals. I like to leave them still on the mat because it's just easier to put coloring on them. So I'm going to use chalk pastels, and I'm using an orange color. And I'm taking a paper towel, and I have flocking all over my petals, and I'm going to make an ombre effect from the bottom. You need 24 petals total. I'm gonna finish all these and then I will take them off the mat and we will finish putting the petals together. Now that you have your 24 petals shaded and taken off the mat, you're going to put some glue on one side of the flap and bend them over. So you get a little bit of a curve. And you're going to take a silhouette scraping tool and do a very light curve at the top of the petal. And then you're going to repeat that with all 24 petals. Now that you have all your petals shaped, take your back and glue onto the back of the petal and center it on one of the sides. And then do that around. Now that you have the first layer, you're going to take the last 12 petals and center them between the outer petals. And you want these to line up. Now we're going to take our center, make sure it's nice and dry, flip it over, and this one's not quite dry, so I'm going to be super careful with it. And you're going to glue around the outer edge. You probably want to use a high temp hot glue gun for this part, because we don't want the hot glue to dry too fast. You want the glue as close to the edge as possible. And then you're going to center it and make sure it is as round as possible and not an oval. And if it's sticking up in any area, just glue it down again. Looks like this part. There you go, and there's your sunflower.